Hello. All right. The holiday season's upon us. Thanksgiving's next week. Christmas is coming up. It's a great time to get a good deal for shooting gloves. One of the cheapest shooting gloves you can get is from one of the big box stores, like the mechanic gloves, construction gloves, stuff like that. So you can pick these up real cheap. These run 3-pack for about $4 or $5, sometimes a little bit more. So this come from a big box store. So basically, all you got to do is, got a little powder on there, is I'm going to cut the little plastic knuckle and hand guards off there and take these 2 patches off. So we get those off, we'll have a really good shooting glove. You could leave that on there. They're a little cumbersome to me, so I like to take them off. And then these pads I like to take off. And one good thing I look for in a shooting glove is I want some textured grip. This has got a little bit of grip right there. You can see it's kind of shiny there. But too much grip makes repositioning your hand on the pistol very difficult. So there's such thing as too much grip. If you have to move real fast and reposition your hand, you're going to struggle with that because it's going to stick. So you don't really want a whole lot of grip. So whatever glove you buy, just watch for that. Try not to get too much grip. All right, so what we're going to do is try to turn this inside out a little bit and see if we can't find the main stitches and trim those off. So I've got a brand new blade in this, so I need to be extremely careful not to cut through the fabric. So we'll kind of pull up on that finishing end right there where they overlap. That's going to be a little tougher than what I thought. Thought inside would be a little bit easier, but we'll shoot for the outside. So we did get that one finishing knot cut. So just find your threads there. Be very careful and just try to cut across those and get a good starting point. And not too much pressure if you got a sharp blade, because if you apply too much pressure, you'll cut straight through it, or you'll cut your finger, like I'm cutting right over my thumb, which is kind of dangerous. So don't do that. There we go. Just get those threads cut. Not too much pressure. Try not to cut the rubber. Just enough to get up underneath it, just like so. Alright, and then from there we can kind of spread it apart and just let the weight of the blade do the cutting, because we've got a good sharp blade on here. There we go. It's a little tough to do off to the side. Normally I'd be right over the top of this and have a little better view. The camera in the way makes it difficult. So it's coming off fairly easy. I always cut towards the plastic when you're pulling on it. That way you won't cut the fabric of the glove. So far we've been pretty lucky. So you could do this to any mechanic glove, but normally mechanics gloves, they start out at about $15 and they kind of go up from there, so they're kind of expensive. So you kind of hate to cut those up, but these are very inexpensive, and this will be important working on a car, for busting those knuckles. But what we're going to use it for, we're not going to need all that protection. We just want something to hold that glove on and kind of keep our hands warm during the wintertime, so we can still shoot and not get too cold or lose grip. I think I just cut the fabric on that one. Nope, not lucky. So I won't bore you with all of it. We'll kind of stop the video here. This is going to be the hardest one to cut because it's got these big turns in it. And it's going to be rough. So that's going to get the outside cut. We'll have a little bit more movement in our hand with these two pads off. I'm going to go ahead and take these two inside palm pads off too, because they're not going to serve a whole lot of purpose. You could leave those on there, but definitely when you're buying these gloves, look for this grip texture here, and try not to get too much. I don't know, you may, on a rifle I would probably want a little bit more, maybe. On a pistol, less is probably going to be better on that. So anyway, save you some money, get you some shooting gloves on the cheap, and buy the 3 or 4 pack, save some for mechanics, throw one set in the car, and have another set in the range bag. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you on the next video.